Greetings, everyone. Welcome to the serene space of the Peace and Dharma channel. Today's journey is not merely a path to finding inner peace, but also an opportunity to explore the profound values hidden within every breath, every moment of life. Through this journey, we realize that happiness is not something distant but lies in the simple things around us, if only we are mindful enough to recognize them. In the hustle and bustle of life, we often get swept away by the grind of earning a living, forgetting that life itself is a gift. Every day we wake up, our heart still beats, and our breath remains steady. This is a miracle. Yet, how many of us truly pause to appreciate this? We often aspire for a brighter future, a better tomorrow, without realizing that the present moment is the most precious gift. Dear friends, life is like a river. Sometimes, the waters flow gently, other times, the waves rage fiercely. Yet, regardless of its state, the river keeps flowing, heading toward the vast ocean. We are much the same. Despite challenges and difficulties, we keep moving forward, seeking meaning in our existence. But what distinguishes those who are lost and unstable from those who find peace and happiness? It is how each of us chooses to live and face life. Today, Peace and Dharma wants to share a special message. Our lives don't need to be perfect to be meaningful. All we need is to cherish what we have and find peace in the simplest things. This is the beginning of happiness. Have you ever asked yourself, what truly brings you happiness? Is it a stable job, a luxurious home, or a new car? While these things certainly bring joy, do they last forever? Over time, the excitement they once brought will fade. True happiness doesn't come from what we possess, but from how we live and perceive life. Many of us have experienced moments of despair and hopelessness. In those moments, we ask ourselves, is there a way out? But dear friends, it is often through adversity that we discover our true strength. When pushed to the brink, we understand that peace does not mean the absence of difficulties but the ability to overcome them with a resilient spirit. We often think that happiness comes only when everything goes our way. But does life ever align entirely with our expectations? The truth is, life is full of unexpected variables and things beyond our control. The only thing we can control is our attitude toward these events. If we learn to let go of unnecessary desires and embrace acceptance and gratitude, we will see that happiness is not far away, it lies within our hearts. On the journey to happiness, it is crucial to remember, never lose yourself. Modern life is rife with pressures and temptations. It is easy to get caught up in the cycle of competition and comparison, losing sight of what truly brings us joy. But take a moment to stop, breathe deeply, and ask yourself, what is the true meaning of my life? What am I living for? Sometimes, the answer might surprise you. Meaning might not lie in achieving something grand, but in the warmth of sitting with family, the smile of a close friend, or a peaceful morning with a warm cup of tea. Happiness is simple yet profound, gentle yet capable of stirring our hearts. Dear friends, if there is one thing Peace and Dharma wishes to emphasize today, it is this: each of us has the ability to create our own happiness. No one can live your life for you, and no one can decide whether you are happy or not. It all depends on how you choose to view life. When you change your perspective, the world around you changes as well. Remember, happiness is not a destination, it is the way we traverse the journey. Slow down, listen to your heart, connect with those around you, and recognize the beauty of life, even in the seemingly hardest moments. Life is a precious gift we are fortunate to receive. And we have the responsibility to make it meaningful. This doesn't mean doing something monumental but living fully in each moment and each breath. Let every passing day be a day worth living, a day where we feel grateful for being here, to love and be loved. This journey has only just begun, but I believe you already feel the warmth and peace we hope to convey through this video. Let us continue to explore deeper values so that each of us can find our own answers. Where does true happiness come from? And how can we maintain peace amidst life's storms? Greetings, everyone. On the journey to discovering the most profound values in life, few qualities are more noble than ethics and sincerity. Ethics form the foundation of human value, while sincerity bridges the gap to connect us with the hearts of others. When nurtured and practiced, these two elements are the guiding light for every step and decision in life. But have you ever wondered, what is ethics, and why is it so important? Ethics is not a rigid set of rules imposed on people but a natural expression of a compassionate heart, a sense of love, and a responsibility toward life and those around us. It is a sturdy wall that protects us from temptation and the small ambitions that can harm both ourselves and others. Dear friends, when we speak of ethics, we do not only refer to the principles recognized by society but also to the inherent values that each of us chooses to uphold. Ethics is not about doing great deeds to earn praise from others. It lies in how we handle the small, ordinary tasks of daily life. How can we live true to ourselves without harming others and maintain love in every action? This is ethics. Imagine a society devoid of ethics. What would happen? When people no longer respect one another and greed governs everything, instability spreads from individuals to the community. However, if each person strives to uphold ethics, love, and tolerance, the world will become so much more peaceful. So, how can we nurture ethics? Ethics is not something we are born with but something cultivated day by day, through small actions. Every time you face a difficult choice, ask yourself, does this hurt anyone? Will this decision bring peace to my heart when I think about it later? Ethics is not something to boast about for others to see, it is what we silently practice, even when no one is watching. It is an inward journey and the true maturity of a person. Dear friends, along with ethics comes sincerity. Sincerity is not just honesty in words but also purity in thought and action. Sincerity is living without masks, not trying to please everyone at the expense of losing oneself. Sincerity is having the courage to live true to one's emotions. Express love, and acknowledge mistakes when we are wrong. In a world filled with deceit and calculation, sincerity is sometimes undervalued. Some may see sincerity as weakness or disadvantage. However, in reality, sincerity is the greatest strength because it builds trust, a treasure no wealth or power can buy. When you live sincerely, you not only bring peace to others but also feel a profound relief within, free from the burden of pretending to be someone you are not. Imagine a relationship without sincerity. Can it last? When words do not match actions, and hearts are not truly connected, suspicion will inevitably arise. However, when two people interact sincerely, even conflicts can be resolved with understanding and forgiveness. Sincerity does not require flowery words or expensive gifts. Sometimes, a loving glance, a heartfelt reassurance, or a small gesture from the heart is enough to warm someone's spirit. Never underestimate the power of sincerity, as it can change an entire life. Dear friends, ethics and sincerity are not lofty ideals that are hard to achieve. We can start with the smallest things, expressing gratitude when helped, apologizing when we hurt someone, keeping promises, and always treating others with respect. These simple acts, when done consistently, create a meaningful life. But most importantly, we must live sincerely with ourselves. Ask yourself, am I living true to my values? Am I doing things that bring peace to my heart? If the answer is no, then perhaps it's time to pause, reflect, and adjust. Because if we cannot live sincerely with ourselves, how can we be sincere with others? Dear friends, ethics and sincerity are not just personal values but gifts we offer to society. When you live ethically, you beautify your own life and spread goodness to those around you. When you live sincerely, you build trust in relationships and foster a supportive community where people can rely on one another during tough times. Life is like a mirror. If you smile at it, it smiles back at you. If you live ethically and sincerely, you will gain respect and love from those around you. But if you live selfishly and deceitfully, negativity will inevitably return to you. This is the law of cause and effect, a lesson we all must remember. So, dear friends, slow down. Take the time to love and cherish the values of ethics and sincerity. Let every action and word stem from love and respect. Let each passing day be one where we live true to ourselves and become a source of positive energy for those around us. Finally, I leave you with this message: life is not a race, it is a journey for us to learn, grow, and love. Let ethics be your compass and sincerity your guiding light. For only by living with these values can we find true peace and happiness. Happiness. This may be one of the greatest questions in life. Where does true happiness lie? Have you ever wondered why we keep searching for happiness, yet it often feels just out of reach? Is happiness determined by external conditions, or is it a feeling that arises from within? In this section, let us explore the essence of true happiness and how we can embrace it. Dear friends, we often hear statements like, "I will be happy when I have enough money," "I will be happy when I succeed," or even, "I will feel content when everyone likes me." However, how many of us have achieved these goals only to feel emptiness lingering afterward? Perhaps it is time for us to reassess: does happiness truly come from external things? Or are those merely fleeting pleasures? External happiness, or extrinsic happiness, is often tied to material possessions, fame, or the approval of others. But the issue with extrinsic happiness lies in its impermanence. When we achieve something, the initial joy can be overwhelming. Yet over time, the satisfaction fades, and we find ourselves chasing another goal in an endless cycle. This is why many people, despite living in luxury, still feel discontented and incomplete. So, where does true happiness lie? True happiness does not come from what we have but from how we perceive and appreciate what we have. It lies in inner peace, in the ability to enjoy the present without being bound by the past or anxious about the future. This is intrinsic happiness, a form of happiness that does not depend on external conditions. There is a story about a wealthy and powerful king who never felt truly happy. He believed that if he could build the most magnificent palace or possess the rarest treasures, he would find joy. Yet, each time he achieved something, the emptiness inside him grew. One day, he met a wise monk who said, "Your Majesty, happiness is not found in what you own but in how you perceive it. If you cannot appreciate the present moment, you will forever chase happiness without ever reaching it." Dear friends, intrinsic happiness is not something distant or unattainable. It begins with the simplest things: a warm meal with family, a good night's sleep, or the sense of calm that comes from breathing fresh air. These may not be glamorous, but they are the foundation of true contentment. What matters most is our ability to recognize and cherish them. In modern life, we often get caught up in endless races. We want bigger homes, fancier cars, or higher-ranking jobs. Yet, in this pursuit, we sometimes forget the simple joys around us. Instead of pausing to savor a moment of peace, we are burdened by what we have not yet achieved. This is why many people feel discontented, even if they possess everything others dream of. Dear friends, how can we cultivate intrinsic happiness? The first step is to learn to slow down. When we live too fast, we risk missing the precious moments in the present. Take time to enjoy a warm cup of tea, watch the sunset, or simply listen to your own breath. Do not let worries carry you away, for happiness is not in the destination but in the journey you are walking. Second, learn the art of sufficiency. A Buddhist teaching states, knowing sufficiency is sufficient, waiting for sufficiency will never be sufficient. When we are content with what we have, we can experience a joy and peace that nothing else can replace. Another key to cultivating intrinsic happiness is gratitude. Think about how many things in life we can be grateful for: health, family, close friends, or simply a peaceful day without hardships. When we are grateful for what we have, we feel a sense of fullness and completeness in our hearts. Gratitude not only brings happiness to ourselves but also helps build better relationships with those around us. Dear friends, true happiness also lies in connection with ourselves, with others, and with nature. When we take the time to listen and understand ourselves, we find inner peace. When we treat others with love and sincerity, we gain joy from meaningful relationships. And when we immerse ourselves in nature, we feel a profound bond with the life around us. However, happiness is not a permanent state we can achieve once and for all. It is a journey, a choice we must make every day. There will be days when you feel tired, discouraged, and unwilling to do anything. This is completely normal. What matters most is that even in these moments, you maintain faith in yourself and know that happiness is always within reach, if only you appreciate the simplest things. Dear friends, true happiness is not found in grand things we must chase after. It resides in every moment we are living, in every breath and every glance. It is not the destination but the journey we are on. Along this journey, always remember that happiness is not what you gain but what you feel from within. Start today, from this very moment. Slow down. Be content, be grateful, and connect. Let intrinsic happiness guide you, for it is the only thing that can bring true peace and fulfillment. And always remember, happiness does not lie in what you have but in how you perceive and cherish what you already have. In the journey of life, we carry many things with us: beautiful memories, joys, or perhaps pain, wounds, and invisible burdens. But have you ever wondered, are all these things truly necessary? Or are they merely weights that exhaust our soul? In this section, we will explore a profoundly important concept: letting go, the key to freeing the soul and finding true peace. Dear friends, letting go does not mean giving up on everything or living irresponsibly. On the contrary, letting go is a conscious act where we choose to free ourselves from unnecessary attachments, allowing our mind and heart to be liberated. It is the process of learning to face ourselves, confront life's imperfections, and release what no longer serves our happiness and tranquility. Why is letting go so difficult? The answer lies in attachment, one of the greatest causes of suffering, as taught by the Buddha. We often cling to what we cherish, to what we consider ours, even to negative thoughts and emotions. We fear losing what we have and worry that letting go will leave us with nothing. Yet in truth, it is attachment that burdens us the most, preventing our soul from soaring freely. Dear friends, letting go is not easy. To achieve it, we must first recognize what is holding us back. Perhaps it is the past, painful memories, broken relationships, or failures that haunt us. But the past, whether joyful or sorrowful, has already passed. We cannot change the past, but we can choose how we perceive and face it. Consider how many times we have tormented ourselves by clinging to the past instead of letting it go. Each time we dwell on what we have lost, we reignite the pain, instead of enjoying the present moment. Letting go of the past does not mean forgetting everything but learning to accept and reconcile with what has happened. Remember, the past is a valuable lesson that helps us grow. Instead of blaming ourselves for mistakes, we should be grateful for the experiences that provided wisdom and understanding. When we let go of the past, we feel lighter, and our soul gains space to embrace the beauty of the present. Another thing we need to learn to let go of is expectations. Dear friends, we often place excessive expectations on ourselves, on others, and on life. When things do not go as we wish, we feel disappointed, sad, or even angry. But life is inherently imperfect, and so are people. Unrealistic expectations only add pressure and pain. Thus, we must learn to release such expectations and focus instead on what we can control and improve. Especially, let go of expectations about others. Dear friends, no one is responsible for making you happy but yourself. When we expect too much from others, we risk becoming dependent, and when they fail to meet our expectations, we feel hurt. Remember, everyone has their own struggles, and they are doing their best in their own way. Instead of expecting, learn to understand and accept. This not only liberates our soul but also improves our relationships with others. Dear friends, letting go also means freeing ourselves from negative emotions such as anger, envy, or hatred. These emotions not only weigh down our soul but also harm our health and mental well-being. Holding on to anger or hatred is like drinking poison and expecting someone else to suffer. In reality, the person most harmed is ourselves. Thus, learn to forgive, not for others but for yourself. Forgiveness does not mean condoning mistakes but choosing not to let them continue to hurt you. To let go, we must practice mindfulness and awareness. Take time to listen to your soul, recognize what is causing you pain, and ask yourself, are these things truly important? Learn to live in the present moment, enjoying each moment without being dominated by worries or regrets. When we focus on the present, we realize that the burdens we carry are illusions, and we have the power to set them down. Letting go not only brings freedom to the soul but also helps us discover our inner strength. When we are no longer bound by unnecessary attachments, we feel stronger, more confident, and ready to face any challenge in life. Remember, freedom is not the absence of constraints but the ability to release what no longer aligns with us. Dear friends, letting go is a journey, not a destination. Along the way, we may encounter difficulties and moments of wanting to return to familiar patterns. But be patient with yourself and remember that each small step is a significant advancement on the path to liberating the soul. Start with the simplest things. Let go of a bad habit, a negative thought, or a useless worry. Gradually, you will find your soul lighter and your life more meaningful. In this tumultuous life, letting go is not merely a skill but an art, the art of living freely, of loving without attachment, and of enjoying without clinging. When we let go, we do not lose anything. On the contrary, we find ourselves the lightest, most peaceful, and most complete version of who we are. Remember, letting go is not a loss but a liberation, a release from burdens, pains, and unrealistic expectations. Let go, so your soul can be free, and your life can become more serene. And let peace and Dharma accompany you on this journey toward true peace and happiness. When we speak of gratitude, most of us have felt its profound power at some point. But have you truly understood how deeply gratitude can transform our lives? In this section, we will explore a value that may seem simple yet serves as the key to unlocking peace, happiness, and the transformation of the soul: gratitude. Dear friends, gratitude is not merely a fleeting emotion that arises when we receive something good. It is a state of being, a way of life. When gratitude exists within us, everything in life, whether big or small, joyful or challenging, becomes a precious gift. Imagine waking up in the morning, seeing sunlight streaming through your window, and hearing the cheerful chirping of birds. Isn't that a gift? Yet, many of us forget to appreciate these simple yet miraculous moments. Why is gratitude so important? Because gratitude is the foundation of transformation. When we practice gratitude, we no longer focus on lack, loss, or difficulty. Instead, we recognize the blessings we already have and the treasures of the present moment. This shift in perspective helps us feel happier and more at peace, and it also attracts more goodness into our lives. Think about it. How many times have we complained about what we don't have instead of appreciating what we do? How often do we notice imperfections without realizing that even the smallest things deserve our gratitude? For example, during a meal, do we thank the farmers who toiled under the sun to grow the rice? Do we appreciate the chef who lovingly prepared the food? Or, when enjoying the comfort of a cozy home, do we feel gratitude for the hard work that made such peace possible? Dear friends, gratitude not only helps us embrace happiness in the present but also has the power to heal the wounds of the soul. Through gratitude, we learn to view challenges and hardships as valuable lessons and opportunities to grow. Life may have been unjust or disappointing at times, but when viewed through the lens of gratitude, those experiences become stepping stones to strength, patience, and compassion. To make this more relatable, recall a time in your life when you faced failure. At that moment, you might have felt sadness or despair. But now, looking back, can you see how that failure taught you a crucial lesson or opened the door to new opportunities? Gratitude does not mean denying pain or difficulty but choosing to learn and grow from them. This is the transformative power of gratitude. Gratitude should not only be directed outward toward others but also inward toward ourselves. Dear friends, have you ever thanked yourself? Thank yourself for your perseverance, your resilience, and your determination in overcoming life's challenges. We are often quick to criticize ourselves for mistakes but slow to acknowledge our efforts. Take a moment to look in the mirror and say, "Thank you for trying. Thank you for being strong." Such simple words can bring great comfort and motivation. Gratitude is also the strongest bond between people. When we express gratitude to others, we not only bring them joy but also strengthen our relationships. A heartfelt thank you can brighten someone's day and fill our own hearts with warmth. Why not take the time to thank those around you? Thank your parents for their unconditional love, your friends for their companionship, and your teachers for guiding you along the path of knowledge. Dear friends, practicing gratitude does not require anything grand or complex. Simply take a moment each day to reflect on what you are grateful for. Write it down or silently acknowledge it in your mind. Over time, gratitude will become a habit, an integral part of your life. Start small, a delicious meal, a sunny day, or a stranger's smile. You will soon realize that the world is full of reasons to be grateful. Gratitude not only brings happiness to us but also spreads positive energy to those around us. When we live with gratitude, we treat others with respect and kindness. Gratitude teaches us forgiveness, empathy, and the ability to build a better world together. Imagine if everyone lived with gratitude, how much love and understanding would fill our world. How can we maintain gratitude during difficult times? This is where mindfulness and awareness come into play. Even in the toughest moments, there is always something to be thankful for, a lesson from adversity, the kindness of a stranger, or simply the inner strength to endure. Gratitude is not just about feeling thankful when things go well but choosing to appreciate life even when it doesn't meet our expectations. Dear friends, gratitude is the key that unlocks the door to transformation. When we live with gratitude, our hearts become more open, our souls are filled with love, and our lives gain greater meaning. Begin today by thanking the simplest things. Thank life, thank the people around you, and thank yourself. Let gratitude illuminate your path, guiding you toward peace and true happiness. In the quest for happiness and peace, we often ask ourselves, what is the key element that enables us to make the right decisions, overcome challenges, and live a fulfilling life? The answer is wisdom. But what is wisdom, and how can we cultivate clarity of mind to navigate the complexities of everyday life? Today, let us delve into the power of wisdom and how it leads us to profound inner peace. Dear friends, wisdom is not merely knowledge. Many believe wisdom equates to knowing a lot or having extensive education. However, wisdom goes far beyond that. Wisdom is the ability to perceive reality accurately, free from the distortions of emotions, biases, or illusions. It is the light that guides us out of the darkness of ignorance, allowing us to see the true nature of all things. Imagine that life is like a boat adrift on a vast ocean. The sea is immense, filled with waves and storms. Without wisdom, we are like a boat without a compass, directionless and vulnerable to the whims of the waves. With wisdom, however, we become skilled captains, able to read maps, understand the winds, and keep the boat on course. To cultivate wisdom, the first thing we need is mindfulness. Mindfulness means being fully present in the moment, aware of every thought, action, and word. Have you ever noticed how often we live without truly being present? We let our minds wander to past regrets or future anxieties, forgetting the importance of the present moment. This lack of mindfulness can lead us to make poor decisions, driven by fleeting emotions like anger, greed, or fear. Think about how many times in a day we act without thought, simply following habits or impulses. For instance, in moments of anger, we might say hurtful words that we later regret. However, if we are mindful, we can recognize anger as a temporary state of mind and choose not to let it dictate our actions. Through mindfulness, we gain control over ourselves, allowing wisdom to deepen naturally. Observation is another critical element for developing wisdom. Dear friends, we often rush through life, rarely pausing to observe the world around us. Yet, through observation, we discover many valuable insights. Observation goes beyond merely seeing, it involves perceiving deeply. For example, when observing a falling leaf, we might not only see its descent but also grasp the cycles of nature and the impermanence of life. Similarly, when we observe others, we can look beyond their actions to understand their feelings, thoughts, and motivations. Observation is not limited to the external world, it also involves looking inward. Ask yourself, where is my mind? What am I thinking? Why do I feel this way? Reflecting on our inner world helps us understand ourselves better, identify negative habits or thoughts, and gradually transform them. This inner observation forms the foundation for the awakening of wisdom. One of the most effective ways to cultivate wisdom is through mindfulness and meditation. Mindfulness keeps our minds present in the moment, preventing us from getting lost in the past or future. Meditation calms the mind, reducing turbulence and illusions, and enables us to see things with greater clarity. You can start with simple meditation practices, such as focusing on your breath or observing sensations in your body. Even a few minutes each day can enhance mental clarity and nurture wisdom. Wisdom not only helps us solve problems in life but also leads us to genuine peace. When we possess wisdom, we are no longer swayed by desires, anger, or unnecessary worries. We understand that happiness is not found in external things but is a state of the heart. Wisdom reveals that what we are searching for has always existed within us: peace, contentment, and the joy of simply being. An important aspect of wisdom is the ability to discern right from wrong. Life often presents us with complex situations requiring careful judgment. Without wisdom, we may be easily influenced by external factors such as fame, wealth, or the opinions of others. With wisdom, however, we can analyze, evaluate, and make decisions aligned with our values and life goals. Dear friends, wisdom is not something we can learn from books or by listening to others. It is the result of experience, reflection, and self-discovery. Every experience, whether a success or failure, offers an opportunity to grow. Approach every situation with a learning mindset, and you will find that life itself is a great teacher, with every difficulty and challenge offering invaluable lessons. Wisdom is not only a tool for overcoming difficulties but also a source of light for spreading love and enriching the world. When we live with wisdom, we treat others with understanding and compassion. We move beyond judgment and criticism, choosing instead to empathize and support. Wisdom helps us recognize that everyone is fighting their own battles and that our role can be to inspire and uplift them. Dear friends, wisdom is not a destination but a journey. Every day, we have the chance to learn, practice, and grow our wisdom. Start with small steps, observe your mind, practice mindfulness, and maintain a spirit of learning. Wisdom is not something distant or unattainable. It resides in how we live, how we face challenges, and how we love this life. Dear friends, as we sit here and share these thoughts about life, I am filled with immense happiness to accompany you on this journey of discovering truth and meaning. Together, we have explored the essence of happiness, gratitude, wisdom, and the art of letting go. These topics are not mere theories but pathways to the peace and fulfillment our souls seek. Now, as this journey nears its end, I hope we can reflect together so that today's conclusion becomes not an ending but the beginning of positive transformations in each of our lives. Life is not always easy. We all experience difficult times, moments that seem insurmountable. Yet it is these very challenges that offer us invaluable lessons, opportunities to awaken and rediscover the true meaning of life. Remember, every closed door leads to another opening. With patience and courage, these new doors will lead to better, brighter possibilities. Ask yourself, what gives life meaning? Is it wealth, fame, or the moments of peace spent with loved ones, the simple joys of seeing someone smile, or the quiet moments of self-reflection? When we realize that true meaning does not reside in superficial pursuits but in inner spiritual values, life feels lighter and more purposeful. Gratitude is one of the most important keys to unlocking happiness. When we are grateful, we not only cherish life's blessings but also learn to find value even in hardships and challenges. It is these very difficulties that make us stronger and wiser. Gratitude is not just expressed in words but reflected in our attitudes and actions. When we live with gratitude, we let go of dissatisfaction and comparisons, and our hearts naturally find peace. Take a moment every day to reflect on what you are grateful for: a sunny day, a warm meal, or simply the ability to wake up and breathe the fresh air. These seemingly small things hold immense joy if we take the time to appreciate them. When we are grateful for life, life, in turn, responds with even more blessings. Dear friends, we do not live solely for ourselves. Each of us is a piece in the greater puzzle of life, and our words and actions can deeply impact those around us. Therefore, let us spread love. Use your words to encourage, your actions to help, and your heart to understand others. Remember, even the smallest gestures can create significant change. A smile can lift someone's sadness, a kind word can revive a discouraged heart, and an outstretched hand at the right time can save a life. When we live with love, we not only beautify the world but enrich our own souls. Life is a journey of constant change, and to thrive, we must embrace change. Don't be afraid to look within, recognize your imperfections, and strive to improve. Don't fear failure, for it is a natural part of growth. Step outside your comfort zone, face challenges, and discover your true potential. Remember, it is never too late to start again. Regardless of your age or past experiences, every new day is an opportunity to begin anew, to live better, and to love more. When you dare to change, you will find life becomes more beautiful and meaningful. Dear friends, we often get caught up in regrets about the past or worries about the future. Yet, the most important moment is the present, the moment we are living right now. Learn to cherish the present, for it is the greatest gift life offers. When we fully embrace the present, our hearts become lighter, and our souls more peaceful. Take time to listen to yourself, to connect with your inner values. Find joy in the simplest things, a fragrant cup of tea, a tranquil morning, or a deep breath. When we pause to truly feel, we realize that happiness is not distant but exists within these very moments. This journey we have shared today does not end here. The values we have discussed, the lessons we have reflected upon, are the treasures we carry forward in life. Continue to nurture gratitude, love, and wisdom. Live a life that, when you look back, allows you to smile and say, "I lived meaningfully." Remember, you are not alone on this journey. Peace and Dharma will always be here to accompany you, offering insights, lessons, and inspiration as you continue to grow and move forward. If today's reflections have brought you peace and inspiration, please share this video with your loved ones. Together, let us spread these beautiful values, so that every day becomes meaningful. Don't forget to subscribe to the Peace and Dharma channel to stay connected with us and explore future insights. Let us be part of your journey toward mindfulness and peace. Thank you sincerely, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video. Wishing you all peace and happiness.